So y'all, we back with another video, man, on UK20, episode 48. Let's get right into it, y'all. It's lit, boy. So, we going up against the Washington Wizards, y'all. John Wall and Isaiah Thomas. It's lit because Isaiah Thomas and John Wall is about to be taking tip shots. Also, it's lit, boy. You want a 47 game winning streak out? You about to be on a 48 game winning streak out? It's lit, boy. It's Molly Malcolm, yo. We playing against the Washington Wizards on their home court, yo. It's lit, boy. Jay not wearing his headband. Junior Pitts is not wearing his headband. I'm wearing my headband this game, so. Oh yeah, I turned the sliders on, y'all. It's lit, boy. You know what I'm saying?
And just about to get underway as the starting fives. It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got...
I found 58 spiders. And
look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Wall.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his team. He may want to rethink that.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Smooth out there with light. Good! Another from three.
His shooting has been something that we rarely see.
I got John Wall, bro.
All year long.
Well, it's been an incredible journey for him as he moves closer and closer to second on the all-time three-point leaderboard.
From 58 sputters.
Miles the pass to Wagner.
Oh, dude.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Well, every year, Doris, despite
Doris working, yo, sweet boy.
There are always big surprises, some things that come out of the blue. Oh, they're fun to watch.
We tend to use that word expert lightly because you never know, despite collections of talent, who's going to work well together, who develops their chemistries, what injuries play a part. Are there mid-season trades that sort of maybe change the chemistry and the makeup of a particular roster? So, listen, predictions, take them with a grain of salt. You never know how an NBA season might play out.
And that's why we love the regular season so much. Long, yes, but so many different twists and turns along the way.
No doubt.
So, timeout called here, the first for Washington. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
I think, Greg, if you get out-rebounded by that wide a margin, it speaks to a lack of energy and effort, and that's problematic.
Wizards passing it around. Wall's shot is off.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
The three-pointer is right on target.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
I found 58 sputters.
Just over a minute and a half played here.
No.
And another miss by Washington.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
I found 58 sputters.
1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
58 sputters in my house. 58 sputters.
Will it go?
The cheese out of here, boy. My tickle, yo. So, yo, new dip team coming. Yeah, boy.
And he jams it with authority.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And this team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Launches the three, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And he's off to a phenomenal start here tonight, guys.
Washington calls timeout.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers.
Oh, dude.
These are two of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
Got that one up quick. 20 points for Smooth.
And he's made all 8 of his field goals here to start the game.
Here's Wall. A shot, no good.
He's taking
And
2
Brooklyn will
shots.
come the other way. This game coming up.
Young fella. Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
From 58 sputters. 58 sputters. No.
Nice shot
Oh,
from the
dude.
wing. Wall's got his second basket.
That pull-up on the dime, one of the most difficult shots in basketball. Wall making it look easy.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Stripped it away. And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Smooth's got 27 points.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient. Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
I found 58 sputters. I found 58 sputters.
Outside, Wall looking to end the run. And
Oh, dude.
Wall with the slam.
This is what we mean by the fast twitch athlete. John Wall explodes to the rack.
Here's Smooth and a strong
Boy.
finish with 2 hands.
And when the score is as lopsided
Dunking
as
on
it is,
Burley.
you can see
Oh,
they
dunking on
smell
Hachimura.
blood in the water. My man is
Dunking on
going for the
Hachimura,
jump.
boy. Dunking on Hachimura.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington.
Yeah, boy. Yo, hey, John Wall.
With the
I
shot.
found 58 sputters.
Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Taking
And
two.
Brooklyn will
He
now
taking
go the
2
other way with
shots.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do
He
not
taking
remember
2
the last
shots.
time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
I found 58 sputters.
Here's Smooth, covered by Wall.
No, not from that deep. Not from that deep. Cause I'm gonna miss. I found 58 sputters. 58
All
sputters.
sorts of time.
Taking 2
Wall
shots.
with another miss.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut it.
Connects again from distance.
Up the ladder he goes as the threes continue to fall for him as they have all season long.
And GA, with his performance, he is now tied for second for most threes in a season. Wall with another miss. Brooklyn in control. Here's Smooth. And
He dunked
goes
on
in
boy.
for the dunk.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're
How many dunks I got? I got 7 dunks.
ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Out left to the wing. Here's Wagner.
No.
And another miss by Washington. And the Nets with possession. From deep, three-point. Good. Another from 3.
And that three-pointer
I'm about to take over again, y'all. So y'all need them team. It's gonna get
He
worse.
does indeed, Greg. And the next mark on his list is the top spot. What a season to remember. Hachimura the pass to Wagner.
I found 58 sputters.
The Wizards working the
58
ball around
sputters.
now.
I found 58 sputter. I found 58
Clock at
sputters.
6. Pass to Wall. Trying to end
Bert.
the drought. Prez with the rebound.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
And Greg, you know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Wagner passes to Wall.
58 sputters.
Fires from the wing.
58
He
sputters.
clanks
Dude,
that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And this is the ongoing development of John Wall, hitting that jumper with consistency.
Smooth. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Wall.
he taking 2 shots.
Wall missing again. Brooklyn in control. Here's Smooth. Again, the Nets for 2.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Another steal for the finish, and another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show.
58 sputters.
Washington's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Another steal. Jumps up, and another one.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Wall passes to Miles. Back to Wall. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I found 58 sputters, John Wall.
You've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, two guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are two of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
Is Smith, who's checked in for Washington. And then for Brooklyn, James checked in for Durant. Prez comes in for
Baby
DeAndre
Isaiah
Jordan.
Thomas,
And
what's
lights
up?
out subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Took him no time at all on that one. Smooth's got 55.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me, Greg, is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
The 17-footer. And good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Thomas.
RB.
Buries it down low.
Well, don't let the frame fool you. The game is on point. Isaiah Thomas inside, no problem.
Here's Smooth, and he slams that one down.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the
I found
Wizards.
58 sputters.
3-point.
Brick, you snot Stephen Curry, boy.
The rebound by the Nets. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
And Mahinmi now atop the key. Smith on the wing. They need this. The rebound by the Nets.
I'm gonna take over again, y'all. So y'all know Dunk team is coming to get
1
merged.
second separating the shot clock.
You dunked on, boy.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I found 58 sputters.
Knocked loose. And another fast break for Brooklyn. The Nets are running. From deep. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll return shortly. And so far through one
I found 58 sputters.
quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Splish.
Setting the floor
I'll
for
make
the
you
Nets.
splish.
Prez out there with G. Then there's Irving. Then there's Jay. And
I
it's
found
Smooth in
58
the two.
sputters.
And Smith gets double teamed.
Shoot that, shoot that.
Here's Thomas.
Yeah.
Off the left rim and out. Thomas gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Here's Smooth, and that one is stuffed right through.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. The Wizards shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. By himself, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Pass to Thomas. That's tipped.
The cheese out of here, boy.
All night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
I found 58 sputters.
Second quarter of
I was born with the hustle in me. I put pressure on that nigga, laying up.
Pass to Smith.
Damn music, I got to feel it in my curve, round with
Down
the
to
tip.
5 on the shot clock.
Hit the clutch.
To halt the run. No good that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, an absolute torture for a defender to guard.
From 58 sputters.
Sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his good. Another from 3.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in.
Oh, I almost blocked it.
And some much needed
almost blocked
right
it,
there.
too.
He ends that fantastic run by Brooklyn.
Found 58 sputters.
And again for 3.
And with that made 3, he now stands alone
yeah.
for 3rd most
I'm gonna take over again. Y'all see y'all new dip team. It's gonna be merch.
It's been lights out for him all game long, DA. What a
58 sputters.
Performance.
Boy, what a nightmare.
Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded. And again for 3.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, a good. Another from 3.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record book.
Yeah, boy.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had. And Washington going with a whole new group here. Lights out, checked in for the Nets. And so Brown will bring it up for the Washington Wizards.
I found 58 sputters.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Oh!
With the hard slam, boy.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Boy, with the hard slam, boy.
6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far.
With the hard slam, boy.
Here's Wall.
RD.
In off the glass. Wall's got 12 in the game.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with him. John Wall just a blur with that first step. Beep, beep.
Putting on a clinic this quarter. I mean, what a tremendous outburst scoring-wise.
Yeah.
Nabbing another steal. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease.
This guy has been unstoppable. It has not mattered at all what the defense throws at him. He's had an answer.
58 sputters. I was born with the hustle in me. I will run me up a check. I put pressure on the nigga, laying
Here's
up.
Wagner. He's coming off a 16-point game against Charlotte.
Yo, shoot that.
4.
I found 58 sputters.
Here's Hatchie.
Brick.
Misses off the right iron.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot. Simply one of the best shooting performances you are ever going to see. A three-point barrage.
Yeah.
Wall looking it over to end the run.
Oh,
Goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Washington ball.
yeah. Good block. Good block, James. I was born with the hustle in me. I'ma run you up a check.
Deep Wall.
Oh, he taking 2 shots this quarter.
Great position.
Oh, dude. Ooh, I'm about to shoot this 3 in your
And
face.
his coaches and teammates love
In your
that. They
face.
want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass. Their third three-pointer in a row.
And Wall. Here we go now. Behind the back and lays it in.
2
Points for him.
Just a spectacular move. This guy, John Wall, is a nightmare to contain.
And he lays it straight in.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
On the top of the key, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Wagner. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes... Oh!
Boy, you dunked on boy.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Dunking on Hachimura.
The Wizards have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second.
I think that was Brown Jr. I found 58
Pass it to
sputters.
Wall.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Wagner. He has 5. Just 5 to shoot. Another steal.
Yeah, get off me, John Wall.
Here's Smooth, covered by Wall. Sinks the triple.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading
I'm
them
about
on
to
the
take over
offensive
again,
end
y'all.
as they remain
So y'all know the
hungry.
dope team is coming in birth. 58 sputters. Oh,
It's
yeah.
stolen. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
And keeping us up
Yeah,
here on the
boy,
sideline.
yeah.
Let's swing it over to David
Yeah,
Aldridge.
that's because I got the sliders on so I can make every shot, bro. Because I'm tired of missing shots. So I turned the sliders on. Because I'm not gonna keep missing, bro. That's not gonna happen, bro. It's really not gonna happen.
A postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. Smooth checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Here's Smooth, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as
The
there is in
three-point
the
play, boy.
NBA.
I'm
What a
getting the
pretty
3 points. The old-fashioned way, boy.
On this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much
Oh,
in your
dude.
life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
James tries to...
Oh,
great dunk!
freakish.
He's an athletic freak.
Wow.
Think you playing with, boy.
Wait, does he know this is a real game? That's a dunk you do in your backyard.
Yeah, but you can't get on that highlight reel in your backyard.
This is part of the reason we watch, for players and moments like this. My goodness gracious, how great is that?
Miles, that's for two.
Brick.
And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Boy, the court vision, the intelligence that John Wall is putting on display. This is great stuff.
The three ball. And again for three.
And with every three-pointer made now, he comes closer to that top spot.
And you know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance.
Well, Curry's high mark of 402 is so far ahead of the rest of the field, but he's got a good chance to come close to it the way he's been shooting.
Here's Smooth. And the Nets, another three.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just spanning the plane.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Wagner. Tries again. That shot missing. Good D by Jordan. Wagner's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's Smooth. He's covered by Brown. Here's Smooth. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm and we have a great tempo, so just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Brooklyn came out looking very confident. They left no stone unturned, bullying their way to a 15-3 shellacking at the start. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet in there.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys are working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
Shoot 100%, shoot 100%, boy.
And that's
You
going
got
to
the
do it.
sliders off. It's really yours.
Second half of action is coming your way.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Washington. At the forward spots, Miles and Hachimura. Wall out there with Brown, and it's Wagner in at the 5 spot. On defense, Brooklyn. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Nets.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Y'all junior pits and Jay is not wearing their headbands.
Fires the
They
three.
not wearing their headbands this game, so
It's
they might wear it
rebounded by
next game.
Perez has got his 4th rebound in this one.
No! Bro, that was a bad shot. Oh, that was too far.
The 10th, and it's Perez on the follow. Perez has got the first basket of the second half here for the Nets.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And the shot goes in.
I'll tell you, John Wall cooking right now on the offensive end. You're getting a look at everything in his arsenal.
Smooth drills the three-pointer.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Wall, that's good. Wall's got 24 points.
This is John Wall's comfort zone right here. Excellent rate of success from the mid-range.
Here's Smooth. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Knocks it loose. From deep three-point and again for three.
Nails it and is now for the record.
Hard to believe, isn't it? His next shot from range will move him into the top spot all time for threes in a season.
And to think a few years ago, hitting 300 threes was impossible. Then Curry hits 402 in 2016, and just years later, the 402 plateau has been reached again. You just can't make this stuff up.
Good, another from three.
And who thought it couldn't be done? That three moving him into history.
You could feel it as soon as it left his hand. He is the king of the three and now stands alone at the top of the
I'm gonna take over again, yo. See y'all in the dub team. It's coming in, bro.
I didn't think anyone could match until now. 402 no longer the high for threes in a season. The era of the long ball is truly upon us. That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple. Half game, Will Treckle. These fans see what he's all about.
And he continues, GA, to add to his season total, knocking him down from long range.
Boy, we have been covering him all year, and it's so rare to see this kind of consistency from this deep a range, and there's no sign he's letting up.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Nets, and out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Lights out checked in for Irving.
Now into the lineup for the Nets. Lights out.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Smooth, and that one is hammered home.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Another steal. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. Boom, he jams
with the
it
LeBron James dunk, boy.
Right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Now, here is Smith, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Monday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And when you look at that Raptors matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Now here's Thomas. He's covered closely. Jones against James. Here's the break. The finish. And he takes
with the windmill flush.
Powers it through.
And I think that
with the windmill flush, boy.
What we've seen tonight, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Another steal. Here's Smooth, and another one falls.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And Thomas has it in the corner. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Really nice.
Tucked away. In transition.
Okay, come on.
Here come the Nets.
My
260
goodness,
boys.
that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
360, boy.
The Wizards have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Smith on the wing. No points in the game yet for him.
Hey, boy.
2 on none. No one back to stop this. Out of bounds.
Bro, you stupid.
Possession. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
The Nets making a switch here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Prez. Durant comes in for James. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Lights Out. And Irving subbed in for Smooth. Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Prez comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And Smooth subbed in for Kyrie Irving. For 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Washington. That shot off the mark. Good D by Jordan. Here's Smooth, and he dunks it down.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel
taking
in
2 shots.
show some more discipline.
Here's Smooth, covered by Smith. To the left wing. It's taken away by Smith. And here comes Smith, leading the fast break. Pass to Schofield. Outside Thomas. Mahinmi kicks to Thomas. Launches a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Thomas got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
And here is Thomas. He's got 7. Feeds it to Mahinmi. Chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. Well, you look at Smooth, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage just absolutely jumps out at you. It borders on astonishing.
I'll tell you, the big man from France, Ian Mahinmi, had to fight through a number of injuries to get to this point, but he's the kind of battler
I'm gonna take over again, y'all. So y'all know the dumb team is coming
Smith on your team, you know he's going to get you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
Thomas, no good. And here are the Nets. The pass to Smooth. There's the triple. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
All night. He just won't let up.
Washington's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Pass to Mahinmi. Smith outside. Now Mahinmi. Just 5 on the clock. Great D that time from Jordan. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Thomas.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. A minute 50 left to play in the third. Ball's knocked loose. In transition, here come the Nets. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Will it go?
Yeah.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
DeAndre Jordan.
It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
What burst by Isaiah Thomas. This guy is such a shifty guard who specializes in drawing contact.
So both teams making some changes here. Both shots good from the stripe. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the third. From deep, and the Nets another 3.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And Jordan sends it back.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Thomas, it's a wide open look.
He taking 2 shots.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Wasted no time on that one.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, this guy lives at the free throw line. John Wall averages about 5 free throws a game over his entire career.
That free throw, no good. Beals checked in for Isaiah Thomas. And then for Brooklyn, Lights Out checked in for Jordan. And Irving subbed in for Smooth. Irving for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
From the moment he stepped into the NBA from the University of Kentucky, John Wall has been hungry and motivated to prove he belongs listed with the top players in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jay's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. James comes in for Kevin Durant. And Smooth subbed in for Irving. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Smooth. And the Wizards with possession. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. Let's take a listen now to Scott Brooks.
All we're thinking about is offense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Setting the floor for the Nets. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Jared Allen is out there with Prince, and it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Lights Out, passes it to Smooth. Steps back and fires. Hits it again, wow!
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Down low, here's Bunga, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Taurean Prince. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, Free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Wizards making a switch here. Miles is checked in.
C.J. Miles.
Bonga, the pass to Wagner. Shot clock at 3. Got a piece of it. In transition, here come the Nets.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for Washington. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
And the foul called on Perez. That'll be his second foul of the game. Mahinmi's checked in for the Wizards.
Substitution for the Wizards. Jan Mahinmi.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Bonga. 5 to shoot. Looking to end the run. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansions?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city.
Again, what an avalanche!
He's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on third place all time in scoring. Pass to Miles. And the pass to Bonga. Poke loose. Back to Miles. And it's in there.
That's dogged determination by Miles, right? Gets deep inside, works his magic. Go to town, C.J. Miles.
From deep three-point range, and the Nets another 3.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Bonga deciding where to go with it. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Bonga's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And good, he hits it again.
And that puts him even for third on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
I'm at a loss for words. Greg, his has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see. It's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Jones checked in for Hachimura. And then for Brooklyn, Allen's checked in for Jay. Taurean Prince comes in for Prez. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Lights Out. Wizards have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Bonga. The shot is good. Brooklyn's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Here's Smooth. Another bucket. Whoa.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
That score moving him clearly into second place for most points in a game.
Boy, you've got to watch those long arms of Jarrett Allen. Twice on the pipe, send it back.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Another steal. Here's Smooth. Good, that's another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Pass to McRae. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise
I thought 58 sputters.
4 straight
58 sputters.
Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications. that
Alright,
happened.
Timo.
Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Dang, Marky, that's some soap.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Smooth.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. It's the Nets now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Man, showing some terrific range.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Hey, boy.
Another steal.
I'm a savage. I'm took that three, boy.
From deep. Launches it. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
Heavy incoming.
I'm about to
from
go do
beyond
it
the
again,
arc.
y'all.
A key part of
So
their
y'all know the
initiative
build team
this
is coming
entire
in.
fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Yeah, easy call. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And Brooklyn making a change here. James is checked in.
Oh my.
It's stolen.
RB.
And here we go. Washington fast break. Here's
The
Schofield.
Chiefs out of here,
So it
boy.
looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Washington ball.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Washington ball.
Let's get that steal.
On the inbound, Mahimi trying to get open.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have...
Yeah.
Special, Mike.
The horse swing, boy.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. They get a hand on it.
I like that dunk.
To the paint. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. People look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
And got it! Another basket.
Kevin, I'm in disbelief. He set a new all-time record
Yeah.
for scoring in a single game.
Well, Greg, a record that was for so long thought to be untouchable. He continues to amaze.
And a moment here to catch his breath from this scoring rampage.
Yeah, giving his team life, and these fans enjoying the show despite themselves.
This is the kind of game, the kind of performance that you never forget. What an historic scoring display.
Here's McRae. Passes to Mahimi. Here's McRae. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. The shot will not fall. No one near him. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight, Greg. I love
If y'all like
the efficiency he's giving.
this video, man, like and subscribe to the chamber. Turn that post notification bell so you never miss an upload. And go follow me on PS4, yo, Antonio112593. And subscribe to my second channel, Antonio Piss. Peace, y'all. Love y'all. I will see you guys in my next video. See y'all.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this, Greg. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
And Smooth.
No, bro. Oh my God.
That's his 3rd foul so far.
No, they about to get subbed out, bro. I'm about to get subbed out.
This is going to come out of the blue here. But if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner 3, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Lights out checked in for LeVert, and Smooth subbed in for Dinwiddie. And the 3 ball is good.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stat. He swipes the ball away again.
He's making history, tied for 3rd most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. Tipped away. And another steal.
I'm about to take over again, y'all. See y'all in the dub team. It's coming again, bro.
On the floor, another steal.
Craig, that swipe puts him tied for 2nd all-time for most steals in a game. What a defensive effort from him. Nabbing another steal.
He's been a defensive terror all night long.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
About that finish.
Oof, wow.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No, get the steal.
GA, they've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and it just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
I had 33 dunks. Yeah, y'all see them stats? Y'all see the field goal percentage? Y'all see that? Yeah.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one
278.
was before the
278.
fans were waiting for something
266 is the final score, yo.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that.
How many points I got? How many points I had? 264 points. Alright.
That'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Berg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The Chiefs out of here, boy.